Hello. We were a little early on that one. What's up, everybody? Oh man. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you guys are.
So this is what I want to say. This is the 500th episode on YouTube, or 500th YouTube video.
No shit.
You can look to confirm right now. We are at 499 on the channel. I looked when I uploaded the last video. That was very cool. I think this is going to be the 500th YouTube video. So if you have been here with us since zero, I think there's a couple of people that have been here since episode 0. A couple callers, a couple homies been here since 0 through all 500 fucking videos with us two scoundrels. We appreciate the fuck. Oh no, did we pass it?
We passed it.
Shorts. It was Shorts that passed it.
502.
Fuck. Oh well. Well, I mean, y'all saw 500.
Hey, we're over 500. That's pretty damn dope.
That's dope.
Look at that, dude.
Yeah, that's a good little John.
That's nice. We got to go back to them segments.
We'll probably do. We should do the silent.
The silent game. Yeah, we actually got a lot of fun jam-packed into this episode. Tuning in on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Apple Podcast, Spotify. You know what to do with that. Ratings, all that kind of good stuff. Still waking up. The Knicks are going to Game 7. We noticed that in the Sixers series, Adam Silver wanted to get Game 7 at MSG. Didn't happen. Well, Pacers do just that. Adam Silver and everybody in the NBA should be pretty happy with that. As a Knicks fan, I'm not, because I don't want to watch that. But the Rangers did complete the comeback, a natural hat trick in 9 minutes from Christopher James Kreider.
The most insane thing I've watched in a hockey playoff game since
etching his name into the rafters. And the Rangers will head
honestly
since
the
Florida
like what I watched live. That's probably the second best thing I've seen since 305.
It's just unbelievable.
That was insane, bro.
I mean,
just getting the Hattie, and then he scored the one. Was that the first one he scored on the tip?
Yeah.
We'll probably get too deep. I don't want to get too deep.
Second was the tip. The first one he kind of just jammed it through. He poked. The tip.
The tips I think are nasty.
So it's unbelievable. Etching his name into the rafters, and they will see the Florida Panthers after they scored with a minute and a half left, 1:33 to be exact, at TD Garden in Boston. For the second straight year, the Florida Panthers knock off the Boston Bruins. Last year, it was Game 7 in Boston. This year, it was Game 6 in Boston. Hey, Boston fans, at least you got the Celtics, right? Knicks are coming. We'll get into that.
Okay, buddy. Before we get to Scottie, I have a question.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about the Pirates not letting Paul Skeens go the whole way?
I'm going to be brutally honest here on this one. In his first outing, it was, 4 or 5 innings. He had 85 pitches. So I think this has something to do with it. And also, it's a second start. There's no reason.
7 innings?
There's no reason to push it.
7 innings.
I think it was
1 walk, no hits, 11 strikeouts. I think that was his line. And we pulled a kid?
There we go. 6, 11 Ks.
6 and what? 6 and what?
Just 6 flat.
Okay, so they didn't go 11, go 7. 6, 11 Ks.
Where's
1
his
walk.
pitch count?
They're gonna be right down there. They'll list it. You see, the names you see. Yeah, there you go. How many pitches do you have? 82?
82.
Bro, come on, bro. That's actually out of pocket. That's out.
You don't think he's gonna go another what? He would have. So what? You got the 7, 8, 9. He would need 9 more outs, and he's at 82 pitches. They wouldn't even let him get above 100.
He got 100. I think. Peak. Is that pitch count? Yeah, 100, and then strikes was 67. Yeah, I understand the modern era because he also throws that
100 is insane.
He also throws that fastball where you want to kind of save his arm, whatever. He might throw a no in his second start. At least give him a little.
They keep giving that line. This is.
I would at least let him start crashing out. I would have at least let him start crashing out. Maybe I'm too old school with it. Maybe a lot of guys are getting hurt these days. But I would have liked to see him let him crash out, bro. I would have had nothing wrong with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was in his bag. Not many times people won't get 11 Ks through 6 innings, bro. With no hits, 1 walk. Obviously was feeling it that day. That's not just a regular day. Maybe I could be wrong, but that's just not a regular day.
Well, you do know they have set both of his in the 2 starts. They set both of his lines at his K lines at 6.5. So he got him on both. I actually took that in his first start, 6.5, and he got 7. He struck out the side and then got pulled. So that line's going to be sweaty all year if they leave it at 6.5. But boy, does he have a lot of power. Does he have a lot of velocity? and at 21 years old,
moving 17 inches, going 101 miles an hour, running away from a lefty.
less than a year to get to the big leagues. That's just crazy.
Bro, if you're a lefty and Skeen's right-handed, right? I'm not tripping. If you see 101 mile an hour fastball running away from you,
Dude, he's topping out at 103 on some of these. It's
like,
just
what
incredible.
the fuck, bro?
How long can that last, man? Like,
Bro, there was a story, like, I think that I was reading, I was talking about, like, when I was telling you about the 93 Phillies team the other night, there was, like, a story where, like, Kruk, I think, almost took, like, 97 or 96 to the head, and, like, he ducked out the way, and then he said, like, he was, like, jarred in the box after that, like, this guy might be he might fucking hit me. That's these guys now. They gotta sit in there and look at 102.
and his slider.
And I was gonna say,
Bro.
they're looking at 90 mile an hour, 89 mile an hour sliders.
His slider
right at him.
will start at your skull and drop right into the
And
bread
the only way to hit that is to stay calm on your back foot, stay back. And like, that's so hard to do when you think there's 100 miles an hour coming at my head.
I would be moving directly out of the way like this as soon as that slider comes in, and then it just drops right in. Strike every time. It's nasty.
Good luck
and
to the kid.
hey, what I will say,
we giving free promo. What the fuck? That's a company that would need a check to do that.
what I will say though too is good for the city of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh baseball is getting a lot of love, and there's a lot of fans that are butts in seats. That's what we talk about. We
appreciate that.
His MLB debut was cool, and that's obviously for most people, but I just want to say personally, like, it's a destination ballpark to go to.
I thought you were about it. I thought butts and seats was like a double entendre into the transition about Livy Dunn.
Yeah, I mean,
It's all right. I thought you were about it. I thought you were really cooking.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna go that far to give her like shade and stuff. Like,
that's not even shade. Some good butts in the seat. Pause.
Well, there are some people that some fans I saw on Twitter. There's some pictures of these fans wearing customized customized Pirates jerseys that it has 69 and it has Dunn on the back. I'm like, you guys are crazy.
How do you feel? I don't know how I feel about the people that when they do the interviews, they be in the comments like she's mid. Like, I don't know about
Is that a cop
guys.
out? Are they compensating?
I don't know. I just don't know about that, guys. I walked in people because you know what the common thing is, like, I'll walk around the SEC school and I see it. We walked around the SEC school for a couple of days. I did not see 100 Livy Dunns. Not 100.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Not 100. Maybe a few for sure. 100. Like, I think that's.
And also this, all this.
I'm just making sure we're not trying. Make sure we're not trying to dip my man Paul. I'm like, yo, give my man Paul some
That's
props.
what I was gonna say. Like,
You know
a
what
lot
I'm
of the
saying?
attention's going to Livy. It's
He
good.
scooped the dime piece. He getting 10Ks.
He's balling out, and look,
his
this
thing.
is good for her too.
Don't
Like,
hate on my man's piece, man. Y'all didn't hate on Giselle.
that's true.
Y'all don't hate on Savannah. I'm not saying he brown. I'm just saying, why y'all hate on my man chick? Why his chick gotta get hated on? She do nothing wrong.
And also, like, I'm not saying to
She
lessen.
do get a lot of airtime.
I was just gonna say, like, maybe lessen
It
that a
don't
little
mean
bit
she's mean.
because it is Paul Skeens. Like, we're focusing on that,
Yeah.
not Livy Dunn.
100%.
No disrespect there.
100%.
I think it's good for both parties. She gets some extra
Sure.
publicity from it too. But I think the backlash that can be taken like out of context in the wrong way is that the coverage of Livy Dunn could be like, oh, she's using Paul for coverage because he's playing. I'm like, that's bullshit. So. Like, I can't wait till those hit pieces start coming out. We will move to
maybe I'm not into it. Maybe the younger crowd be treating Livy Dunn like she's a Kardashian or something. Maybe I don't be catching the, you know what I mean, the whole. Maybe I don't know the whole story. Maybe I don't know the whole story.
Over to the PGA Tour in some exciting and unfortunate news before the second round kicked off. Scottie Scheffler arrested, put in cuffs in a cop car, mugshot. We're now seeing his mugshot on T-shirts, and he goes out there after all of that, and it cards a 66.5 under on the day.
Birdie's the first hole.
We have talked.
I have never birdied. How many times have you birdied the first hole you played? I have never.
Maybe
birdied the
once or twice, maybe.
He warmed up and stretched in jail.
It's awesome.
Had a sandwich.
Yeah,
Someone jumped in his car, supposedly.
So
did all that. And like, fuck this.
Well,
birdied the first hole. What the fuck?
In the press conference, he said that when he was pretty hot, so he was talking to the.
That's what I'm saying. So
cop,
like he's probably like a little. He's probably still not even. I wouldn't say jittery on the first tee box.
I think he
but
was.
just knowing like what the noise is going on around him. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's talking about
He's
him.
probably just a little, not my routine's right. You know what I'm saying?
How will I respond? And he said that like
Birdies it.
spoke to the cop, and the cop calmed him down because he said he wasn't really angry. He was just confused and in a lot of shock. He was like, I was like shaking for a while because I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, am I going to be able to play tomorrow?
I mean, come on, man. That's why we got.
How long am I going to be here?
We gotta scrape our knees a little bit more in our youth. But
So he goes in.
I saw that and laughed.
And
Scotty.
he said the one older officer says to him when he's getting his fingerprints done, he's like, "Do you want the full experience?" And he was like,
Pause, bro.
How do I answer that?
I would have had to pause that, bro.
So that's what he said. He said, I don't know how to answer that.
I want the full experience.
Then the cop goes, well, do you want a sandwich? You know, like,
yeah.
And he's like, I mean, I haven't eaten anything yet. I'm supposed to be teeing off in like 2 hours, but I don't really know what time it is right now. Like, yeah, I'm hungry. I haven't had a sandwich yet. I'll try it. So then he had a sandwich. I guess that's the full experience. Was put in his cell, and then
was probably
they banged on the door and they said, "Let's go." And then he got out of there and put his clothes on, got right over the course, stretching in the cell, and then does that. I think it's very unfortunate the way that this was handled. There was let's not let all of this unfortunate turn of events take away from the life that was lost, the lives that were lost in the accident. So to put that full story in the context, there was that tragic accident. And he was trying to drive around it, and then there was just miscommunication after miscommunication, and cops are on the car.
I'm pretty sure Scotty was probably being a little bit of an asshole, bro.
Probably.
Like I would. Like I'm the number one golfer in the world. Like
yeah, and they didn't know who he was.
Aren't their cars like marked up? Like they're supposed to know there's a golf tournament in town.
At the same time,
a really big golf tournament in town. Like
we have to know that as
they probably told him to chill a little bit or something, and he was probably like, "What the fuck?" And like they were outside in like yellow jumpsuits, not like cop uniforms. He's probably like, "Yo, this flag bull trying to tell me you know who I like."
I have my badge.
There was
bro.
definitely a second of that going on, like. I'm not saying you should have got a felony
because it was disbelief. He was obviously in some disbelief. Like, really, yeah. I need to go. I'm playing today. I need to go warm up.
I just hope one day I hope one day he can like sit down a pod and like say the story because like I just want to know like what was actually going on because they got to say some miscommunication now. But like there's probably like, bro, what the fuck? Like we don't give no fucks down here in Louisville.
And I don't think they're dropping the charges right now, even though they realize that they're in the wrong.
I want to give it a try. It is what it is, bro.
It's just
I wonder what Meredith she probably didn't even wake up yet. She probably woke up, saw her man in a fucking jumpsuit. Fuck it. I was geeking at the memes. The one meme when it was like you see the one he was walking out and it was they had First Day Out playing by T Grizzly. That was the best John. Like that was the best one. They try to keep remaking it, but that was the best one to me.
Like look at this quote here. Get from Scottie Scheffler. His quote: "Get up." On ESPN was on, so in the corner it showed the time and it said that they were delayed, and I was kind of thinking about my tee time, and I was like, well, maybe I could be able to get out, and yeah, he did. Obviously, still saying it was a big misunderstanding. Came here for a golf tournament. He gave some credit to the police force and crediting them for doing their job, and obviously, I think he, on the other side, wanted to say some different things about it, but he took the high road on that. And now competing three back from Xander Schauffele as we go into round 3 and round 4. It's going to be a story for the rest of this tournament.
A lot of good names on that scoreboard.
But it's almost fitting. You talk about, I mean, I'm a big narrative bettor.
A lot of good names on that scoreboard.
Talk about narrative betting. What better spot for Scottie Scheffler to be?
Facts.
Down 3, going into the weekend after all this nonsense. How will you respond?
There are some people playing good golf right now.
Yep.
Like,
I mean, I took Spieth because I do in every major.
He came out looking like it could be one of them weekends, and then now it's just kind of he did the classic.
Yeah.
You know what hole I like a lot that I think people might give it some flack, but I like 13. Like I feel like that's like our type of like aside from the island part of the green, that's like a hole that I feel like we would play. Like a dog leg short par 4. Let's say there's a hazard in front of the green. I feel like that's a hole that like we would play. Like seeing these guys take like irons off the tee and like some hybrids, some guys had to hit another shot in. Like I've seen that hole get some, but I like that hole, bro. I think Valhalla's a little easy. I don't know what it ranks. Like the vibe I'm getting from the PGA Championship is not really as hard as the other ones. But so I don't know what other people's opinions about it is. I'm fine with seeing a championship that is kind of high scoring out of like the 4. Sometimes the Open gets a little up there, but I'm fine with this. I like seeing the guys hit some shots, hit some putts. Tony Finau was getting hot. If he could putt the fucking ball, he'd probably be winning this fucking thing. I'm cool with Valhalla. I've been seeing some Valhalla hate. I like. What do you think about Valhalla?
I think it's a good course. Obviously, a little rainy and wet yesterday.
Wait, yeah. So why can't they do leaf cleaning place? Why, bro? Why? No, actually, why? Am I too new, bro? Who hit up my ball? Was it Brooks? Bro, what do you mean? I'm hitting a mud ball. That is not my fault. That's not a divot. That's not anything. A divot I don't even like, but I could be like, all right, a little bit of luck. A mud ball, bro. You would be fucked.
I'd be so mad.
You'd be fucked. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of just the PGA Tour wave.
Do you think there should be lift clean in place? Like, what do you think? Like, there should 100% be lift clean in place.
I think it should be, but then you'd have the haters that would say at the same time, like, these are the professionals. They should be able to
hit a mud ball
out of anything, you know.
Hit a mud ball.
I mean, look,
it's
all about like
hit a mud ball.
But it's all unfortunate. Like sometimes they land in divots too. You can't move it out of a divot.
But it's doable.
That's doable. I mean, again, even though it is mud ball, it's going to react differently you're not you're hitting the mud first and not the ball first. So it is going to react a little bit different.
It's just sliding.
But it's if you're in the fairway, it's still in a better lie than if you were in a divot and you got to hit more down on the ball. So it's kind of just like
a divot is worse than a mud ball.
I think I would play that. I mean, how are we talking here? Are we talking like a fully covered, like one side of the ball is just all mud? Or are we talking like a little bit of muds on it? You can still see the ball. Like if we're talking full mud ball, then yeah, that
can happen.
It can happen, yeah, in these conditions.
Hit one of your drives.
Yeah,
we've lost one of your balls at Interscroom.
Oh yeah, I know.
It got stuck in the chalk,
and we can't see it.
So imagine you just had to play that. No lift clean in place. Like, whoa.
I feel like you at that point you could take like relief. If it got like plugged.
If it got plugged like that,
or you take an unplayable.
What, bro? So who do you have winning at the end of the day? Fuck the mud balls. This is a great weekend of golf.
Yeah.
Bryson DeChambeau's up there doesn't get enough praise. Kyle's playing some outstanding golf lately, not getting enough praise. Shahid Theegala, great name up there.
I don't know how we're not picking.
I think Xander might poopy pants again.
Sahith would be a great shout, but at the end of the day, I don't know how it's going to be anybody else other than Scottie Scheffler.
Saturday Scottie too is something. I think that's a narrative we need to start talking about. Saturday Scottie, it's
great alliteration. Sunday,
bro,
and hey, we've been seeing a lot of Sunday too.
But I think Scottie be doing it on moving days, bro. He really be doing it.
And hey, this is a big day for moving. If you look at Xander's first 2 rounds, putting himself at 12 under. Scottie with the big answer at 5 under. How will he answer after he got all that behind him? Is this still lingering in the back of his mind? I'm still being talked about. I'm all over the news. All the fans know it. They're wearing me on the t-shirts. Can I try to put that in the back of my mind and just go out there and play golf? He did it yesterday. Now we're one day past that. Is there a way that it's not even like an answer, but can you continue that? I'm not saying you got to go out there and shoot 5 under again, but can you continue that, not let these extra outside noise kind of get in your head, ruin some of your cadence when you're lining up to the ball, putting. We know that when Scottie putts well, like he can win tournaments, he can win majors. So can this keep up?
That quote was insane.
And
you saw that.
What's that?
When he was like, if he putts bad, he like loses, but he still can win. If he putts decent,
weren't we saying the same? We were saying the same thing about Tiger Woods too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost identical in when these two guys make their putts and are hot, they can't lose. And you talk about Tiger Woods 7 over, tied with Michael Block.
This is a tougher. I'd argue this is a tougher course to walk than fucking Augusta, bro. Like when they show the overhead, the elevation numbers, especially on the back 9, I'm not trying to walk that, bro.
And for Tiger, man,
the fuck.
It's just, I
have a 2-pronged golf question. I don't know if you saw this hole by Sahith Theegala when he hit the ball off the cart path. So he hit the ball off the cart path. Obviously doesn't hit a good shot. Then he gets like relief from the grandstand. Then there's like something in his backswing. So he gets relief from that. So I have a 2-pronged question. First of all, can you hit a ball off the cart path like that? How hard is that to control? And I don't even think he didn't even look at his club.
Yeah, those guys are insane.
I would have to look up and just stare at my club to make sure it's still intact. And then second question is, that relief thing, does he know, like, when he's like looking in the situation, like where he's about to get relief from? Does he know that little whatever copper thing's gonna be in his backswing? Is that like a little bit like a gamesmanship? Like I'm trying to play the rules a little bit, or is that just him like, oh, this is not back?
I think it's
because they played off they're real polite, but I was thinking like he knew this was gonna be in his backswing, and he knew like thinking ahead, like I'm gonna be able to get this kind of shot from this kind of relief. Like it's not as bad luck as people think it is.
Well, think about that.
Didn't John Rahm do that at one major? Yeah.
Well, think about that if that was you and you were like taking a couple practice swings away from the ball and you're realizing that like something's behind you in the way.
Right.
When you address the ball, you're only going to be thinking about that. Am I going to get restricted am I going to be able to bring the club through after getting, I'm still thinking about something being behind me. I think maybe a little bit of it was, hey, maybe I can get some relief here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you think sometimes over the shot in the cart path, is this thinking too deep? But do they think like I can hit the shot because even if I go left and fuck up, I'm gonna be able to finesse this relief? Like, that's what I'm saying.
I think those guys are just so confident enough.
Don't even care.
They're hitting all of the ball. It's just like
that's ridiculous, bro.
I mean, I'd be too scared to do it because I would ruin my clubs. But those guys, again, I don't want those to be taken in a disrespectful way.
That's like no divot shot right there.
Yeah,
zero divot. You cannot take a divot at all, or your club is fucked.
And this isn't meant to be disrespectful towards them, but like, if they would have ruined a club there from doing that, like, they got plenty that they can go and get fixed after. Like, it's not you won't be able to use that club for the rest of the round if it's broken, and you'll be out of 6 iron, 7 iron, whatever that club is. But right when we're done, we can just go right to one of the trailers and get a new club.
Like the rest, like say the guy was Friday, he's top 3, top 4 on the leaderboard. I mean, it's not that deep, I guess, because they're gonna hit the shot well. But like, I'm just as a fucking 25 handicap, I was just so mind blown.
Cam Smith's done it
in that situation.
Michael Block did it,
and like they just don't even look at the fucking club. Like they don't even just check to see if it's okay. Like that's all I'm looking at through the TV.
I don't know if I would be able to elevate a ball how high they're hitting those off the cart path.
They're puring it.
Yeah,
like that much control of the fucking club. Like
I'm probably just like sculling it and hitting it like a thin worm burner, just straight ahead. That's what I think I would be doing.
If he took relief, there, would that be a shot penalty? Is that why they take the shot off the cart path? That game's fucked, bro.
Could be taking an unplayable there.
That game is fucked. The gaming golf is extremely fucked.
But let's wrap it up with Bryson DeChambeau, another major where he's...
Bro, people don't talk about him.
I'm just saying, it's...
Maybe it's because I was watching his YouTube video.
But maybe it's because of Liv. Like...
No, it's 100% because of the Liv. You're 100% right. I was just saying, like, maybe because I'm liking him because I'm watching the YouTube and, like, the tips and stuff.
He is doing, like, a lot of content, too.
Bro,
he does a lot of, like...
I only watch, like, the tip content, like, the tips and stuff.
And he does, like, play a hole with me. Like, he does the short form, like, TikTok, play a hole with me. He's been doing it with Phil Mickelson.
I describe him as, like, a lovable nerd. Like, playing on a lot of sports teams, you probably dealt with that on your sports team as well. When, like, even, like, because you play rugby. I guarantee you there was at least, like, one real nerd on the rugby team. That like was athletic, good at rugby, but just like a real nerd, like 4.0 bull. Like I guarantee you that's one of the and I love them type of bulls. They are a little quirky, a little weird, but bro,
also bring a lot of technicality to the game.
You need those guys. I fuck with Bryson DeChambeau, and he's been playing great golf, and I don't think enough people have been talking about it. And it is probably because of Liv, which is just like whatever, bro. I would have taken the deal.
Which is frustrating at that point, but like
so dumb.
Give the dude his flowers.
So dumb.
I mean, he's
even the TV time, like.
Yeah, the TV time's getting out of hand.
Max Homa played with Brooks, and I didn't really see a lot of that group at all. And that's a great group to watch. Like, it is what it is.
You just hope that some of these guys make it to the final pairing on Sunday, where then they have to show them. Like, there's no way around.
That's why I like Bryson DeChambeau. Even on Saturday, they have to show because he's going to be grouped up with someone that's not Liv, and it's like, what's up?
He's 3 back. I mean, I don't know what the pairings are. I would assume if he's 3 back, like maybe he's paired with Scottie, and that would be insane. So. All right, let's go to the NBA.
You want to do the 3 names now, or do we?
Let's go. Let's play our game. So
wait, so I need help with how this game works. First of all, what is it called?
At least what I've been seeing Barstool do is they just call it silent game.
Silent game.
And they're naming NBA players, and you speak when a player is better than the first name that's named.
And
so, for example, if we said and we're only using the playoff teams that are remaining. So if we say, for example, Anthony Edwards, and then I'm silent, I say that to you, and let's just say I named Jason Tatum, and you think Jason Tatum's better, then you would say something because then you're not silent anymore.
Can you go to the playoff bracket tab?
Yeah.
So we can just have all the teams in front. That's gonna help me. Yeah, this makes it way easier.
Oh yeah, this makes it way easier. Oh yeah. Now we can cook that. We can cook that right on the grill. Do you want to start or should I start?
You start it. So what are we gonna do? 2 or 3?
So what? 3 names? I think I'm gonna go. I have 3 names that I want to do with you. At
Okay.
least.
All right, hold on.
But yeah, make sure that John's good. And you should probably switch him.
I actually want to leave it for this.
All right, that's cool too. But what are you gonna?
do want to.
That John is crooked as hell.
No, but since I've already left it like that, I can just fix it in post. I don't want to end up correcting the whole thing.
That is very easy to fix.
I'd have to correct it twice if I moved it now. All right, so you want to start?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So the silent game.
Who's the name?
Only the teams remaining in the playoffs.
So the teams, we'll just list the teams: Celtics, Pacers, Knicks, Thunder, Mavs, Timberwolves, and Nuggets.
All right, let's get it. First name, Jalen Brunson. Josh Giddey. Mike Conley. No bait. Not taking a bait. All right, let's get interesting then. What name do I do next? There's a lot of names I could do next. Jamal Murray. Interesting. Okay. Darius Garland. So now I have to really wait. I don't want to draw yet. Now I have to draw. Are you gonna make me do Kyrie?
I think I'm gonna have to stop there.
You're stopped there? Okay.
I think I have to stop.
Interesting.
There. And I'm a Knicks fan. I think I have to stop there. That's really tough. I think right now, like people would say, well, Jalen Brunson's on this tear. He's got 5 40-point games. This, and this. I understand that. I think it would be disrespectful to not speak up to Kyrie there. Like, I just think that'd be a little ignorant.
I can't take Jamal over Brunson either. I don't think Jamal. I think Brunson solidified himself as a star right now, and I don't think it's hard to do that with Jamal. That's not too bad.
All right.
I was gonna be interested if you left Kyrie alone. I was gonna be real interested.
Yeah, that's a good name. That's a good name. All right. I'm gonna go Cat as
my God.
name to start.
Okay, that's a good one too.
Let's go Kristaps Porzingis. Miles Turner. Drew Holiday.
Wow, that's interesting. No, I can't talk. Fuck me.
We'll throw Josh Giddey on there.
Shout out, Josh. Nick.
Pascal Siakam. Josh Hart. I'm gonna do. Let's go Isaiah Hartenstein.
Wait, we can't talk about that take yet.
Okay. Let's go. I mean, this is like, do I cop it out here? How about Jalen Williams?
Which one? J-Dub or
J-Dub.
It's hard though. My fault, gang.
How about, like, do I go Jamal Murray here and just kind of end it?
Yeah, I'd have to take Jamal. Like, fuck. I was trying to make that. But I had to take Jamal. That was interesting. It got interesting with Paskey. Oh, I think I drawed. I think I actually would take Paskey over Cat. Yeah, my fault, Paskey. Maybe because of the pedigree before. But that's a hard one. I'm not gonna do any takebacks. I'm taking Cat now over Paskey now, I think though. I think so. Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, that's a tough one. I might get killed for that. All right, we go again.
No Cavs. No Cavs.
Give me no Cavs.
Like, no Cavs players.
Okay. I'll do no Cavs players. I'm going Knicks again though. That's fine. All right. Dante DiVincenzo. Are you ready for this one?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's start. Oh wait, I can't do cat. Wait, I'm doing Cavs, bro.
Okay, do Cavs.
I'm not gonna say him first. I'm trying to think of a good name to say first. Isaiah Joe. KCP. Oh, I like this one. No KCP love. No KCP love. Okay. Okay. I see which way we're going with this one. Lou Dort. Jaden McDaniels. Wow. Okay. So I see what type of, so you're in this type of bag. You won't make me work for it. I'm trying to think of what name I pull out here. I'm trying to make sure I don't overjump. Dante DiVincenzo. Cavs out the question or not the question? Out the question, right? All right, well, I gotta go there then. Derek White. We're not taking Derek White. We're not taking Derek White. We're staying silent. You have nothing to say. You have nothing to say. Okay, that's okay. That is okay. That is okay. I just want to confirm that we have nothing to say when I say Derek White. That's okay. Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, I'll probably take Tyrese.
So that's where we draw the line.
I think I'll draw the line at Tyrese. Even though, like, I'm
Because
not.
we were about to get nasty.
Yeah, I think I'll draw it there, which is like.
Oh my God. I actually did not think you were going to say no. I skipped Drew Holiday to go Derek White. Because
I actually thought for a second when I started seeing you like drop the D in Derek, pause. And I was like, oh no. And that was really tough.
No, Derek White's tough.
That was really tough. So I went Cat first. Let's go. I'm gonna go stick with the Celtics here, and we'll go back to Drew Holiday.
Oh.
And the first name I will say is Josh Hart.
Who am I doing?
Drew Holiday.
Oh, that's actually like. That's a good one, though.
Let's go back to him. Josh Giddey.
It's the best. Like, you got to put him in every one.
Gotta put him. TJ McConnell. Mike Conley. Precious Achua. Kristaps Porzingis. I gotta figure out where I want to go.
You could get nasty.
Jaden McDaniels. Is this friendly fire? Jaylen Brown?
Yeah, I'd have to take JP over him. I'd have to do that.
Got it, right?
Yeah, I'd have to do that.
The shooter.
Drew makes it a while for me.
I was going to say shooter versus defender.
Drew makes it a while for me. There's a couple of names that it would have got weird if you would have said Jamal.
I didn't want to go back
It
to
would have got
Jamal.
really weird.
I didn't want to go back to Jamal. 'cause
It would have got real weird.
I felt like the obvious answer would be Jamal there, so I didn't really want to go there.
It would have got real weird. Probably, yeah. It would probably be Jamal. Yeah, it had to be Jamal. I'm gonna do one. I don't know. I'm not. I actually was gonna do Knicks, but I was deciding between SGA or Tatum, but I'm gonna do Tatum based off what you said last night. And I did say I was gonna stay away from Tatum, but I do think Tatum's a good one for you. Hold on, I got a fucking burp coming. That would have been bad. I'd have been bad on the mic. All right, let's start with Tatum.
Okay.
Lou Dort. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. PJ Washington. Okay. You passed the original litmus test. Now we go for the heart. Josh Hart. Dante DiVincenzo. Let's get them out the way. Good job. You passed that test too. So now we got to start getting nasty. Jamal Murray. Why are you thinking? Why are you thinking? Why are you thinking? Why are you thinking? Okay. I was gonna say. Okay. Jalen Brunson. That a boy. Good job. I fucking dog. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Anthony Edwards.
I'll stop there.
Wow.
As much as I wanted to speak up,
gonna do it.
as much as I wanted to speak up for Jalen Brunson, if I didn't say anything for Jalen Brunson, then I dug myself in a hole because I can't say SGA then. I can't speak up for that.
No.
You know what I mean?
That would have been
Like that would have been like backwards.
SGA would have been
like double-edged sword there. Like I would have just dug myself in a hole.
You're taking Ant.
I'd take Ant, yeah. Which sucks because like I wanted to say Brunson really badly, but I feel like that would be a homer pick then. Like I'm just discrediting Jason Tatum, even though I have a bunch of discredit for him for what we'll get to.
Yeah, I don't like how you were thinking about that.
And there was the Murray one too.
I don't like how you were thinking about that either.
Where do I go? I'm gonna go. Let's go Luka.
That?
Let's go Luka. And we'll start it hot. Jamal Murray. Jalen Brunson. Super hot. SGA. Drew Holiday. Tyrese Halliburton. Josh Hart. Lou Dort. I gotta put some other names on there. Let's go back to Kristaps. DiVincenzo. Rudy Gobert.
You didn't say his name yet. My fault, Rudy.
Jaylen Brown. Pascal Siakam. Miles Turner. Do we stop Anthony Edwards? That's crazy. That's crazy. Do we stop at Jokic?
Damn, you had to do me at that one. Yeah, that's the only player I'll take in the playoffs over Luka.
I was gonna say I was trying
That
to
is
find
the Luke. Nikolai Jokic is the only player I would take in the playoffs over Luka Doncic. I don't care about tough series. I think he's a little banged up. That is the only player I'd take him over Tatum right now. I swear I would. I swear.
I didn't even drop. Did I drop Tatum's name?
No, but
I didn't drop Tatum's name.
I swear I would take him over Tatum too. Swear. I think Luka's different.
I was bouncing around too many Celtics. I thought I said him. Shit.
I think Luka's different. That's gonna be funny to see. I'm leaving all the pictures in, all the little cutouts.
Oh yeah.
See, that should stack up for Luka because ain't nobody.
That's a fun game.
It's the only guy. Yeah.
That is a fun game. We'll have to.
We should do that shit like if we did that shit for the first round, it'd been so.
I know, and we'd be listing so many
Like
names.
LeBron. That'd be such a cop out though. But
I do like that we're doing it with like a smaller
yeah,
crew because then you really have to think about it. And even though it's a smaller amount of teams and players, there's still a lot of good players out there. So why don't we stick it here with the NBA before we briefly touch on what's going on in the NHL? And as the Celtics move on, they await the Game 7 winner between the Pacers and the Knicks after the Pacers yet another blowout in their own building. We were talking last night about how Pacers are, I would say, more of a basketball city than a football city. And that's just because they have no MLB team. They have no NHL team. You can see how rowdy it is. And I don't want any discredit on Pacers fans because they're quote unquote, oh, it's a playoff game. Obviously, everyone's going to be there. I think
Fieldhouse gets rocked.
Yeah, it does get rocking. So you have to give credit there. I will also say, at least for, again, the Knicks still have to win Game 7. But I will say this. If the Knicks win Game 7 and they get the Celtics, look, I mean, the Celtics were able to get through the Cavs without Donovan Mitchell, Karis LeVert, Jared Allen. Like, they got a free pass and a walk to the Eastern Conference Finals.
As one seed should, by the way.
As one seed should,
okay.
fine.
Okay.
But there was no competition there. And the games that they lost in that series, what was it, the one game they lost? Like, they should have swept them. The Celtics, at least in 2 of those 5 games, looked like a fucking beatable team in a 7-game series. And yes, we know the Knicks are missing 3 starters and a rotation guy at Bogdanovich. And also, for the Knicks standpoint, like, we know the guys who they're missing, okay? That's no question. Also, Josh Hart, we don't know what's going on there. Is he going to be able to go? But my big thing is the Celtics don't have dogs. They have good players. Jason Tatum is a good player. Jaylen Brown is a good player. Drew Holiday is a great defender. They are not fucking dogs. Jalen Brunson is a dog. Dante DiVincenzo is a dog. And do I need to say anything else about Josh Hart? A dog. These guys put the mask on. Hungry dogs run faster. I'll give a nod to the Philadelphia Eagles on that one. Hungry dogs run faster. These guys are a pack of dogs. They're a pack of wolves. And when they continue to get doubted, they come back on top. Every single time. They got beat by 31 in Indiana. They came back and won by 30 in MSG. They lost by 30 last night. What are we going to see in Game 7? They find a way to bounce back in moments when they are counted out consistently. And in a 7-game series, you need a team like that is full of dogs, hungry, and whatever happens to them, it's already put behind them. That's in the rear view. We can't think about it now. We move to the next game. It's just like golf. Next shot, next shot, next shot. They are always moving to what is next, not hanging their heads on what happened the night before, the game before. In a 7-game series, we were talking months ago that the Celtics would sweep them, and I got called a clown for saying the Knicks could take them 6 games.
Who was we? We have to clarify who we is.
What?
Who was we?
In saying that the...
Yes.
I'm saying, like, the media.
Okay.
Knicks would get destroyed by them.
Okay.
And then in these gritty games that they continue to have and come out on top, yet again, we just continue to look past the New York Knicks. And at the same time, would you rather, honestly, would you rather see New York and Boston, or New York and Boston, or Boston and the Indiana Pacers? If everyone wants to go there about Game 7 ratings, Game 7 at MSG, we all want that. Well, then, okay. You want the Pacers then for ratings then? That's the same argument. Is it not?
We don't give a fuck about the ratings.
Is it not?
We like basketball.
I mean...
We like basketball.
I think the better series is
the way I see it, we like basketball, and you guys are... It's Game 7. This series has been very even. Well, the contrary to popular belief going into it has been completely even. Game 7, I don't think it matters. I just want to see good hoops. I just think what you have to say about the Celtics and what a lot of people have to say about the Celtics about them not having dogs is like, it's just so insane. And this is why winning a championship is so important for your legacy to the public opinion. But like, it's just, this is not the first time I've seen this. Like, people have been saying, like, you know, Tatum talked, they asked him about it in the interview when he was saying, when they trying to find toughness. I don't know if you saw that clip probably a couple weeks ago, and they're talking about that. They're saying you guys aren't really classified as a tough. I think it was during the Heat series. Like, they don't really, they think they can out tough you. Da, da, da. And like, bro, I don't think enough people really think about what the Celtics have done in the last legitimate decade. Like, legit. I think they've made the last 6 or 7 of the last 10 Eastern Conference Finals in the last decade, which is ridiculous. Battle LeBron. Took LeBron to 7. Plenty, like that core, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford. That series in 2018, many people thought they should have beat LeBron. I still think they should have beat LeBron.
We didn't even drop Al Horford in the game.
LeBron was goated. LeBron was goated for me for winning that series versus a 23-year-old Jason Tatum. Like, literally, I don't even think Jason Tatum was 20. I think he might have been 19. Was that when he was 19 or 20? It was when he was young as hell. Then you have just other examples like, bro, they came back down 3-2 Eastern Conference Finals versus the Bucks. Came back down 3-2 Eastern Conference semifinals versus Sixers. We just want to go recent history. And Game 6 at Wells Fargo, Jason Tatum had 10 points. I think he was like 0 for 11. I'm pretty sure, or like 1 for 11. All of his points were pretty much off of free throws going to the fourth quarter. Then he had 18 points in the fourth quarter, end of the dagger. Game 7 had 50 points in his home. Like, that's, to me, that's tough. Especially the micro example of this last year being in Wells Fargo, having no points in 3 quarters and then dropping 18 in the fourth and hitting the dagger and then dropping 50 right after that. Bro, and if we want to add Drew Holiday in that conversation, that Bucks run, bro, they were down 2-0. And he's picking up D-Book 94 feet. Come on, bro. Like, I don't think people give that what we've seen with the Celtics enough credit just because they didn't get over the hump. Like, I don't fuck with them as much as other people do, but I think because they've had to go through the Sixers, I don't know how many. We could probably look back since the process. I'm pretty sure we probably played Celtics in like 4 or 5 playoff series. Bro, that team is. One thing I'll say is I thought it was going to fall off when they got rid of Marcus Smart. I thought Marcus Smart was the attitude, but then you just add in Drew Holiday, bro. And I think he's the biggest dog of them all, bro. That team got some dogs.
I would say I think people may partially give them a little bit less credit too, just because. Like,
see him do it all the time.
That's what I mean.
They make it look not easy, but
they do though. Like they've been
like they're down 3. They're down 3-2 to the Sixers. There's plenty of people that are like they're not losing this series still. Like, you know what I mean? Down 3-2 to the Bucks. They're not losing this series still. Like, almost choked the 3-0 lead to the Heat. Like, legitimately. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't want to say that it's like people are discrediting them because it's like they're too good. I don't want it to be taken that way, but I mean.
Not my fault. Almost came back 3-0 to the Heat. Like, bro, that's fucking insane itself.
They
got Game 7.
They got Heat without Jimmy Butler, and then they got Cavs without 3 of their guys. Like, I think
I'm just saying they went to war with plenty of these teams so many times.
That's true.
Over,
yeah.
Bro. Like, so many times over, bro. I just don't. I just as a basketball purist, I just hate how that team's like. It's like what we discredit about that team is their toughness. I don't think that's what we need to do. They're the most battle tested. I'd probably say toughest team in the playoffs, other than the Nuggets. For sure, most battle tested, bro. They've seen it all. They've literally seen it all.
Who would you want to see win Game 7, the Timberwolves or the Nuggets?
Timberwolves, just because like the ant train right now. I want to see them. I want to see Celtics T-Wolves. Celtics T-Wolves or Celtics Mavs, but I really don't care, bro.
Do you want to see the...
I would love to see the Celtics. Like, I would, because the Celtics couldn't get over this stuff. I think a really cool Celtics story, if they made a documentary, would be like them not being able to beat LeBron, them getting older and not being able to beat Steph, and then they meet the third GOAT. Like, it's like a fucking, like the third boss. Like, they get Jokic. Like, can they get over that hump of that GOAT? Which I think this would be a year they could do it. But, I mean, seeing Ant or Luka and Kyrie I think anything out of the West would be absolute fucking cinema, to be honest.
Do you want to
see
Luka and Kyrie go to the Western Conference Finals?
That would be my best choice.
Yeah.
But I honestly, like, the West, bro, is the best thing about the West right now is even last round, it legitimately does not matter who wins to me. Like, it's like we got the perfect matchups in my opinion. But I mean, if the Suns would have won, if the Lakers would have won, like, bro, the West was just, I'll take any of these matchups. I just want to see the Celtics in the finals. I don't want to see any gimmicks. I don't want to see them series go too long. I don't want no excuses. I want a fresh Celtics versus whoever comes out the West. And let's go. Like, this round, like, a lot of people have been calling the playoffs mids and whatnot. Me personally, I can agree, at least for the East, but like from a public standpoint, but for me, from the East, now I don't want to say lit. Like, I don't want to say lit, but Sixers series for me was incredible for a first round series. Really enjoy the Magic series just because you know me, those are my guys. Second round series, y'all series have been, I mean, fuck. That Knicks Pacers series has been incredible to me. Every Western Conference series has been great. Even the first round, there were some good Western Conference series. Like, I think if you're really bitch locked in on hoops, like, this has been a cool playoffs. And I think the finals of each conference, both those conference final series, going to be insane. And then the finals is going to be ridiculous. Think about what we could see in the finals just coming out of the West, bro. We know it's going to be the Celtics. Bro, it's going to be good hoops. I would, you know what I mean?
Let's see, SGA, Luka.
It's not going to be the Young Bucks would be the one I would hate to see the most, but
the reigning two-time MVP back-to-back.
Bruh.
Or Anthony Edwards.
Bruh.
A lot of spicy narratives that you
I hate to say that, like, the Thunder would be the team I would hate the most, and that would still be cool to see.
Oh, 100%.
Like, that's just one I would not want to see. But that's just like, it's all right for hoops right now. I'm having a good time with it.
All right, let's go to NHL as we have one series remaining. That is the Vancouver Canucks and the Edmonton Oilers. Would make sense to see Connor McDavid in a Western Conference final. Down 3-2, letting that goal up.
I don't like this bullshit.
30 seconds to go.
They actually legitimately, like, if they lose this series, I'm saying they choked.
They did.
They should have won game 1. Should have won game 3, right? Game 4. Or was it game 5?
They should have. Game 5 should have went to overtime.
Or you could say, okay, should have went to overtime. But they should have legitimately won game 1. And what was the other game they took? Was it game 3? Or yeah. So I guess
game 1 they let 4 unanswered to fucking lose. Like, come on.
Pretty sure they were up in game. I'm pretty sure they were up in. We could look back. They might have been up in a lot of these games.
And I mean, I think the Canucks have been a good team all year. They
Very
were
solid.
leading the league
Good
as the best team in hockey back in the winter time. But from a standpoint of hockey watchers,
bro, we gotta see McDavid. We gotta see McDavid.
Only makes sense.
I'm sorry. After what the Stars did last night, maybe I gotta like lock into the Stars a little more. That's Ottinger's team, right? I do like that guy.
Stars.
We need to see McDavid in the Cup final, bro.
Stars and Oilers would be a fantastic series.
Outstanding.
And then
maybe that'd be good for me to learn about more of the Stars. You know what I mean?
And you have like
my fault, Stars fans,
because the Stars were competing with the Rangers and the Panthers and the Bruins for the President's Trophy. So you would have the Stars and the Oilers. Hopefully, I know the Oilers are down a game, and they would have to force a Game 7 back in Vancouver, but.
We need to see.
On the East side, we have the two best teams in the East playing the Eastern Conference Final. You can't ask for more than that. And a lot of people were like most Rangers fans, the better matchup would be to face the Boston Bruins. But
they're ducking.
There's going to be...
They're ducking.
Exactly. There's going to be those haters if the Rangers would go on to win, and they would be like, well, you didn't get the Panthers, and just giving discredit. So now you get the second best team in the East. Florida Panthers, who got Tarasenko at the deadline, who are deadly as all can be. Now there's no if and this, buts, whatever. There's none of that. Because now you got a 7-game series against the second best Eastern Conference team. And look, there's going to be sparks. They got chippy with Boston. This is not going to be a, Rangers win on special teams. Rangers are the faster team. They're more disciplined. This is going to be a chippy series. We saw what the Panthers and the Bruins were able to get into.
You got to see the Rangers bleed too. I like that.
And I think that's good for them.
I was and the blood I seen draw was a little concerning, but I had to remind myself that it is puck.
Yeah, and
it is hockey. And
playoff hockey's insane.
And Carolina's a good team. I had to put more things into context because I was like, this is the team that they think going to win a Stanley Cup. Like when it comes happening about the Rangers, the one thing I like about the Rangers a lot, like when I call the Magic the Energizer Bunnies, like, bro, they kind of have that play style, bro. Yeah. On the penalty kill, like, it legitimately looks like it's still 5-on-5 sometimes. I know the Hurricanes, I don't know their full stats with the regular season. I guess their power play was probably still, I don't know if they were still dog shit, but 1 for 18, I mean, I don't care how bad.
It was brutal.
I don't care how bad of a power play team they were anyway, but if you're in the second round of the playoffs, you should be going better than 1 in 18. Like, you know what I mean? That is insane. And just watching their power play, and I would love this, like, glad the Panthers are a high-powered team because that, as a casual fan, is what I'm be watching. It's like that Rangers power play kill for me caught my eye. I like watching that shit. Aside from all the rest of the stuff you guys got going on, obviously my boy Panarin, I thought it was fucking hilarious, by the way. Funny moment. We're at the bar watching the game. The funniest thing I thought you've ever said, bro, was when Panarin let up that rebound goal. And like, it's Panarin, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And you're just like, he's fucking James Harden. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I needed that analogy so bad to just help put shit in context, but that shit was fucking
because
hilarious.
he's not the best defender.
We need to, wait, could you do it? Is there a way? Will this be too much before could you do NHL basketball player comps? Or should we save it till after we talk about the Rangers more? We can talk about the Rangers more, but I want to do that before we end the show. Okay. NHL basketball player comps.
Fuck, that's
just
tough.
keep that in the back of your head. That'd be fire though. We gotta do it.
All right. I mean, I definitely can do like some Knicks players to Rangers players for sure. I have a couple for them. Yeah, I will say at least for the Rangers, like, and I saw Biz say it too, which is very true. When they were going into Game 6 back to Carolina, and it's a 3-2 series, can confidently say that look, they needed this. You can't go into an Eastern Conference final
cruising
like with one loss.
Yeah,
you know, you'd go 8-1.
The world knows that's not a good look.
You need to fight some adversity.
Yeah.
You need to know what it feels like in the playoffs to lose, battle back from something, and they were able to get that. So that at least we can take as like a
back down 3-1 in the
3-1 in the third,
away from home. Like, wow.
Everybody in that building and that when that puck dropped in the third period thought this was going Game 7.
I thought it was over. I'm thinking, I thought Game 7 was over.
Yeah, honestly,
I legitimately thought Game 7 was over.
And I will say too, as a Rangers fan, I thought if this game was going to Game 7 and going back to New York, I thought the Rangers were going to lose. Because look, think about it. And people are going to say that's outlandish to say because the Rangers are the better team.
The way it was looking, and you know hockey, bro.
3-0 and you lose. This is just, you could say in any sport, in any sport that has a 7-game series, going up 3-0 and then blowing a 3-0 lead, all the momentum is with the team that just came back 3-0. And on top of it, that same team has the chance to put you in the history books in the worst way possible by blowing a 3-0 lead, and your Game 7's in your own building. The momentum was like through the roof times 1,000 because then they get the history book, standpoint
I'm
too.
not going to lie, as a former athlete, I would 1,000,000,000% take forcing a Game 6 at home, hearing the roars of, or winning the Game 6 at home, hearing the roars of forcing a Game 7 away, going away, then hearing the fucking eerie silence of sending a team home of a comeback Game 7. I would 100% take, I don't know, like, I've never experienced a home Game 7. It's probably sick, but just like hearing the eerie, like I was getting that pin drop. I was getting that feeling and I couldn't wait to hear it. Also, something about hockey that's so sick that I don't think they do enough, and they do it for college basketball too. Having the fans come to the home stadium and watch and do the watch party along at the home stadium.
It's so cool.
That's so, like, can we take that for every sport? Could you imagine, bro, going to like the bank, tailgate outside, nice day. Oh yeah, I guess it's fall, but maybe it's like the DS, nice day. You got a 60, 70 day. We sit in the park, they can pull up something, watch the game. We all drinking in there, walking around the stadium. Could be at the link. Be a little cold, but there'd be sickos out there watch the game in the link. That'd be great. And I don't know if they would sell out. Like, I think, did MSG sell out?
Yeah, and I think
they might. I mean, do you think these other stadiums could sell out? I think
other stadiums could sell out. I mean, because at the same time, do you want to watch it like at a bar? Would you rather watch it? That's the better question too. Like, would you rather watch it at a bar with a bunch of fans, or would you want to go in the stadium where you're like packed like sardines?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
And you get to scream with them.
I would rather. There's multiple reasons why I would rather watch it in the stadium. Number one, I've actually a couple years ago, I think we had this conversation. I was like, I'm trying to watch like some big games at the bars, and I was doing that for a little bit, but that shit is like, at least big bars, like, bro. First of all, it's hell to get a drink. Like, hell to get a drink. Like, sometimes, like, you just want to get your own space, carve out. Like, I'm a big, if you can find a dive bar that's not too popping. It was fucked up that Jack's closed down because, not that it fucked up the Old State business, because Old State was a great big game dive bar, and now it's just fucking any night. That shit, Tuesday, could be anybody playing, that shit's popping. That's another story for another day. What I will say is, though, about going to the stadium is, like, you just get hammered before. Like, the drinks for lines and everything. I mean, the lines for drinks and all that probably still be insane, but you just be hammered before going, get a couple, like, you get hammered before, have a pound or two in the stadium, you're good, bro. We're vibing, bro.
I'd also
Like
say
that'd be insane.
the atmosphere is different. You're in the stadium.
Oh,
for a
100%.
playoff game.
Oh,
so like
100%.
that also outweighs a lot of it too.
100%. 100, and everyone's just trying to get rowdy, bro. That should be. We need to. Phillies, we need to do that.
I mean,
I would go. I would try to go.
They had the same
so
Knicks
sick.
legends that were sitting on the baseline watching in MSG last night on the big board.
Because the atmosphere is just, bro. Imagine we're watching. I mean, obviously you're not a Phillies fan, but like, imagine we're going to watch the fucking CS, and it's like we're just
you can just go.
We're just walking around fucking Ashburn Alley.
Also, like,
you know what I'm saying? The games in center field, everyone's there hanging out. Like the atmosphere is fucking rocking.
But it's a good question too, because it's like, why don't they do that? I mean, it's only more money in the pockets of
like
if the Phillies were to do it.
Do they not think it's going to sell out? Or like I think that shit would. That's just you're essentially just throwing a massive themed party.
I would think
it's a massive themed party.
I think the only reason I would say no for that is like
how much are you gonna charge tickets?
I don't think a lot. Like I was reading some comments on that. I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw some comments for MSG for the Rangers game 6, and people were in the comments saying like, "Oh yeah, I was there. It was $10." I'm like, no, it wasn't, bro.
Bro, I was saying
no,
$10 is perfect because I was saying like, bro, if they started the tickets for like $200 or like $100 or something down low, or to like the more executive seats or something like that, and then maybe it was like $50-$40 to get in, I would 100% think they would sell out. I'd go.
I
would hit everyone up and be like, we have to do, like, bro, what? $50? Let's fucking do it.
The only way I can try
That's
to like
the perfect spot to watch with your boys. That's better than the bar, bro.
Oh, 100% is better than
the bar.
I want to try to take the villain side and just give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe for like cleanup crew, like the Phillies are flying home the next day for a home playoff game. That means in a 7-game series, we're wiping the stadium clean all 7 games. Maybe that's what it is. But at least for like a money standpoint, you could sell out Citizens Bank Park for at least what we've seen the last 2 seasons in the playoffs. Yeah. You could sell out Citizens Bank Park for an away road game.
You could sell out the Link.
Yeah. And also, again, the fans that are going, they understand that they're going to be watching the game on the big board.
Yeah, it's all good.
Like, they just want to be there with the fans.
Bro, if I was at the Link, you'd think like half stadium's looking this way, half the stadium's looking this way,
yep.
And we're just fucking, or they could probably scrounge some dollars.
And it is much more fun
to
cheer with your fans when a good thing happens.
Oh my God.
Than if you're just like watching with a couple of people or you're watching at a bar. The energy is just different.
Bro, well, like the thing is like, because I have like 2 different modes. Most people are probably like this, but I have 2 different modes when I'm watching a sport. And if I'm at the stadium, I'm really trying to like, not trying to get rowdy, but when something good happens, I'm definitely trying to get rowdy and just fucking whatever, have a good time, just let loose. And when I'm watching the game at the crib, I'm kind of just like, I'm really just watching, bro. I don't know, it's 2 different. And so being able to go to the stadium for an away game would just be insane. And like just a budget thing, like too, like, all right, I might not be able to afford $350 tickets for this NLCS game 5. But I could go watch whatever game or game 6 at fucking CS at Citizens Bank. That'd be fucking sick, bro. But on to the fucking comps. So I want to do this. You ready? You good? NHL to NBA player comparisons.
All right, I got a couple names.
I'll start with the Rangers. We'll do Panarin.
Yeah, like I'll say. I mean, I already said it earlier, but I'll say James Harden only because he's a scorer and he can score.
And he has dimes.
Like, I mean, he
does have dimes.
Like, I mean, the player that he is offensively is insane, and that's why I'm giving him to James Harden. But on defense, like, he's almost he plays one side of the ice. He's one-sided. He's just a little bit like lackadaisical on the defensive side. So I think James Harden is a fair comparison. It's not a discredit. It's not talking down to him. It's just, we know you're a scorer. We know you're an offensive player, and you're a little lazy on the defense. And that's why sometimes goals get let up when you're on the ice.
That's a good comp. Let's do, I'm going to do Cale Makar.
Ooh.
I was going to do McKinnon, but I'll do Makar. Because like defender, like this might be a little tricky.
Like, I mean, I think Cale Makar is a great comparison to Drew Holiday.
Wow, that's a good one. I was thinking Jimmy Butler, but that's a good one. Drew Holiday's a really good one. That's a good one.
Jimmy Butler's a good one, too.
Drew Holiday's a good one too, though. For sure.
I have good ones for the top two names in the Oilers too.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go next. So I'm gonna do Draisaitl.
Yeah. Okay. SGA.
Ooh, I like that. Yo, because when I watch Draisaitl be in slow-mo mode too, and then he'll just snipe you. SGA, I like that. Connor McDavid.
Luka.
Really? So like, wow. So like, okay. Well, I really think that's the GOAT. Like that's the best player I've ever seen. So is that kind of how it is for people with Luka, you think? Like that's probably the best player a lot of people have ever seen, they think. And like I'm just like, nah. So is that if I talk to like a hockey purist, I'm like, this is the GOAT, they'd be like, yeah, but like nah.
They probably would say he can be.
That's how I would say that's what I would say with Luka. Yeah, that's exactly what I would say. I would say Luka would 100% could be the GOAT. I don't know if he will do it, but there's no reason he can't.
Right.
That's wild. Now I want to do one goalie, because I feel like that'd be hard, but I do want to do one goalie. And I'll do Igor.
Okay. Like I'm trying to think of if like a comparison should be a big man in this. I'm like, if it is, because obviously I'm taking offense outside of it, so it has to be like a defender. And the only name that comes to my head from a big man that is very good at defending.
Don't say it. Don't you dare say it.
It has to be.
Don't say what I'm thinking you're saying.
You think I'm gonna say Rudy Gobert?
Yeah, don't say
That's what I was gonna do.
Fuck, I was gonna hope. Say Joel Embiid or something, bro. Joel Embiid gets you. You can say Bam.
That's a two-time. This is a two-time defensive player of the year.
You can say Draymond. You can say Bam.
I wasn't gonna go Draymond.
You can say Joe. You could really say Joel Embiid.
Could I though?
For defensive reasons, 100%, 100%. Rudy is like what you have to say though. I guess I just don't.
I almost said Wemby, bro.
That would have been a good. Why did you say Wemby?
That's the first thing that came to my head. I almost said Wemby.
You should have said Wemby. I would have fucked with that. But we can do Rudy Gobert. Sure.
And I'll do one more. I'll do Nathan McKinnon. Like Nathan McKinnon is, at least what we've seen this entire season. I think it's hard not to put Nathan McKinnon as a comparison to Anthony Edwards.
Really? I see that's a tough one because he's not necessarily that young.
But I'm not saying I'm saying like we're looking at probably most likely the MVP of the league this year.
Yeah.
Nathan McKinnon.
See, when you said McKinnon, I was thinking Tatum. I was thinking Tatum's a little.
That's a better name.
Tatum's getting older, and like the only difference between McKinnon and Tatum is that. But the only difference between McKinnon and Tatum is that McKinnon got over the hump and Tatum didn't.
That's true.
But like like from just me watching hockey, I could just see that comparison. Like, just kind of do it all, but offensive fucking just specialist. Like can just score from anywhere. Like sneaky, athletic, fast, sneaky, big. You can say that for Ant too. 100%. Ant's a good one. Ant's a good one. I was just saying he wasn't necessarily.
Ant's kind of interchangeable with a lot of those guys.
For sure.
And I'd put Chris Kreider as Josh Hart for sure. Durable.
I like that.
Durable.
You
can always count on him.
Connor Bedard.
It's like really hard not to say Wemby for that.
Really?
Like
yeah.
Two really young guys that are ready to take over the league. Both kind of have that like it factor, that shock factor. You can just tell that they're gonna do it. Like a lot of people are saying I know he's so goddamn young.
He's gonna be good.
But like there's comparisons with him now that are like maybe when this is all said and done, maybe it's him and then it's not McDavid. Or maybe in the next couple of years we're gonna be looking at matching stats in the first 4 years from McDavid to Bedard's first 4. So again, I think the best name there is you say Wemby just because of age and what they've been able to do in their rookie seasons and being so goddamn young.
McDavid and Luka was perfect.
Yeah, I think that's
especially with playoff success too, and age. That's like perfect. That's a banger.
And it's a little. I think it's a little bit easier with like a lot of the like most of those names that we were talking about. the teams are in the playoffs and just comparing how those guys play in their respective sports in the playoffs and how on the NBA side we're seeing how these guys are doing the same thing.
It's good for me as a casual too to help me. You know what I mean? Every time I watch fucking every time I watch McKinney now, I'm just gonna. I mean, I was already on that, but I'll think fucking Tatum. I think Cam McCart's so good too. Drew Holiday was.
I wish the Avs were able to. Not even for a betting standpoint. I wish the Avs were able to force Game 7.
So who like what like just give me the crash course on the stars. Who do I watch?
You honestly,
obviously the goalie. That's
Yeah,
Ottinger,
and-
Bettinger, Ottinger. Yeah,
and you can watch. I mean, Jamie Benn is.
Jamie Benn. He fucking laid somebody the fuck out.
Yeah, he's
I fuck with Jamie
chasing a
Benn.
cup. It'd be if it wasn't the Rangers, it'd be pretty cool to see Jamie Benn hoist.
Is he like he's like their OG?
Yeah, so that'd be pretty cool. They're also just really fast.
That's my type of team.
It's just a team that you just can't count out. And they've played the Rangers very well in the few matches that they had this season. So if it did get to that, I would be a little bit worried. But I think that is.
I'm worried for the Rangers.
I would just like to see Stars Oilers in the Western Conference. That's all I would like to see.
We need that, and we need McDavid in the final.
And it would be pretty cool to see McDavid in the final. And you know the Canadian teams, even if it's Canucks too, Canadian
That'd be
teams
sick.
in the Stanley Cup
Bro,
final.
Yeah.
That's enough said there.
Fuck yeah.
So
Canucks coach is pretty good too.
yeah.
Did not
So
know that.
we're getting to the nitty gritty, and you'll hear from us after. We may as well. We'll have Tuesday.
After the Knicks lose in the Eastern Conference semifinals.
Yeah, and then Tuesday we have our interview. So I guess we can kind of break it down after Nick leaves.
Yeah.
All right, we're bouncing. I got a wedding later, so R.I.P. me. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate the hell out of you.
One more day of Knicks basketball, baby.
Not one more day of next basketball. We will see you from post Game 7. That will be Tuesday, and the Rangers will play on Wednesday for both of their Game 1s. Respectfully, you've been listening and watching to the All Day Everyday Show with All Day AJ and Manny Ruffin. See you when we see you. Big interview on Tuesday with Nick Ercolano, the creator and founder of Big Dogs Gotta Eat Media. So stay tuned for that. Big stuff coming, big week ahead. We'll see you soon.